So we have something very special on Have a Knife Day. We have history, and you know me, I love history. So we have Mark Zaleski from Knife Magazine, and he's going to tell us about these Bowie knives, because there are many knives that claim to be Bowie knives, but we all know that it's actually these right here. Mark, tell us a thing or two, because you know a thing or two.
We're looking at the origins of the Bowie knife here, and if I start pointing at this or that or whatever, we are going to be all over the place, and you won't be able to keep up with me. So we believe that one of the very early manufacturers of the Bowie knife was James Black from right here in Washington, Arkansas. And the reason we believe that is because of this knife right here, which is called the Kerrigan knife. The Kerrigan knife has history going back to 1853 and has been passed directly from family member to family member all the way down to the present, where it is housed at Historic Arkansas Museum in Little Rock. Now with these other knives, we have a lot of other interesting knives that we have some history on, maybe back to the Civil War, maybe, we don't know. But this knife is the link to James Black. So from the construction and the materials used on this knife, we know that this is a James Black knife, and this is, and this is, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. There's 12 in total. And we have another type that may be James Black knives because of this daguerreotype right here. This we believe to be Black, and he's holding one of these knives. And this is Jacob Buzzard, and Jacob Buzzard is holding one of these knives. And this daguerreotype was shot in the courthouse right over there, upstairs, in 1842. So these two guys had a relationship, and this, you know, they were, Buzzard was where Black lived after he returned trying to get his vision healed. And then later he went on to live with the Jones family. But these guys are friends. This photograph was taken because it was important, and the knives are out front.
Prominent.
So what does this mean? So they're trying to tell it. You can see Black has got kind of a faraway gaze. He's blind. He doesn't even have a need for a knife anymore. But there he is. Something is being recorded, and they're trying to tell us this message. What does it mean? Well, we don't know. But these knives are really cool.
Yes, they are.
And these are early antique Bowie knives. And from the little bits of history that we have with them, and the construction techniques that are involved here, and the materials used, we are trying to learn what we can about it. And furthermore, we have discovered a site down the Southwest Trail over here that is documented to be James Black's site. And from that site, we've recovered pieces of steel and iron and solder and other materials from which these knives could have been made. So we are trying to metallurgically link objects that were found on the site to the actual knives. And if we can do that, we can show that those knives came from James Black, from that piece of property.
So the knives over here are part of the original series. What about these knives over here?
So this is a combination of things. So here we have some ancestors of the Bowie. These are dirk knives. These were popular just before the Bowie. We have some spoons that are coffin hilt spoons, if you will.
Okay.
The coffin design is not unique to knives, and it was popular before Bowie knives ever existed.
Now, wasn't James Black also a silversmith?
No, he was a silver plater, and there's a big difference.
He's a silver plater.
He did not make spoons. He could not engrave.
Okay.
And here we have some knives that are descendants of the Black knives that Black probably didn't make. You know, we have this famous portrait of Tachi painted in 1838, I believe, in Washington, what is now Washington, D.C. This knife was made in Washington, D.C. But you look right here, here it is on his belt. We've got a guardless coffin Bowie knife. So if, let's say, Tachi went to D.C. with one of these knives, and this fellow who's a knife maker there said, that's a great idea, I'm going to make one like it. There it is. And it's even got the notch and the filing like the heart coffins down there. So maybe Tachi's knife is a heart coffin.
Well, there's a saying, what is it? Emulation is a great form of respect. You know, the admiration of a great design of knife impacts. And then also when you get down to the California knives, you still see the influence of James Black.
There is still a little bit in there, yes. I collect all that sort of stuff, and you should go check out the Antique Bowie Knife channel right now. It's another one. where I've got a long video talking about the origins of the Bowie knife. Not that long.
And
another video going up soon at the Knife Magazine site that will talk about one of those knives.
Well, Mark, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. And as always, have a nice day. Before you go, please check out these pictures from the festival area, to include the courthouse, which on the regular has this fine display of James Black Bowie knives. Like, share, comment, supply, and as always, have a nice day.